Yeah, so he placed me in her life for us to kind of do this journey together. When she first started her journey, he planted me right there with her. People
Wow.
never even knew. So I think that's why I'm the celebrity intercessor. I really, really intercede for these people. I really turn my plate down for these people. When the Lady of Rage was sick, I fasted for her healing. I fasted for her. The Crazy Bone was just on his deathbed. Uh, not Christopher Williams, the other guy, LB Shore, on their deathbed. I will turn my plate down and fast for their deliverance and their healing, whether they Muslim, whether they whatever, because we still have the God, the Creator, that has blessed all of us. And I don't want to get into that Muslim talk because they are special people too. That's a whole nother. But it's in the Bible, but we don't read it. Go ahead, George.
Well, listen, look, this has been, our time is up. We've been,
I know.
we've been talking. So here's what I'm going to do. At some point in the near future, we're going to bring you back, and we're going to talk about, other topics, and find out what Thugs Nation is doing and how you guys are progressing. All of your information is going to be on the screen. So if anybody wants to get in touch with Tia and be a part of the movement and help her do these unbelievable things that she's doing with youth and what she's doing with people, not only in Baltimore, but all across the country, we want to really be able to lend to the efforts of it. So my name is George Sanders. You know me as the host of this show. I want to thank Tia for being a wonderful guest on our show, opening our eyes to a whole different level of things, but most importantly, being a great child of God and doing the work that she's been ordained to do. And so we want to thank her for that. And like I said, if you'd like to get in touch with her, her information is on the screen. We also want to thank you for watching today's show. You're the best part of the Daily Gospel Talk Show. I pray that the content has been a blessing to you. So until next time, I want you to be safe and may God bless. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning into the Daily Gospel Talk Show with your host, George Sanders. The talk show and podcast dedicated to spotlighting great people doing great things. Join us next time for your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. So until then, stay safe and God bless from your friends at the Daily Gospel Talk Show and host George Sanders.
Watch Hope More with host Hope Demps on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show created to inspire, encourage, and motivate. Each week, we will provide a dose of entertainment, social commentary, and spiritual insight. This is your opportunity to gain a better understanding of current and important topics from a refreshing perspective, plus creative art, new foods, travel, event reviews, do-it-yourself projects, awesome guests, and so much more. Catch Hope More with host Hope Demps every week on the Daily Gospel Network.
You are a budding, I shouldn't even say budding. You've been singing since I've known you, probably coming out the womb because you come from a very gifted and talented family. And thank you for coming on as our surprise addition to today's show, because I heard this single that has blown me away. And like, I am a little bit of a song snob. I love beats and melodies, but words, I mean, I'm a lyric person, and I give kudos when there's a phrase, a turn of phrase that I've never remember hearing in a song before. And you hit all the spots. So before we get into that single, could you just tell my Hope More audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I am Cianna Reaves. I am in a family of maybe 4 or 5 kids, one of the youngest. And we've always been in music. I've grown up in music and started out singing around my mother, who played the piano in the house, and also singing in church with my siblings as well, leading a few songs, but mostly background because I was very shy as a child. But I've developed over time to become a worship leader in my churches and to continue doing other musical selections with my family. So that's who I am.
Wow. So you were shy. You were shy. And
Mhm.
and that was probably a hard thing to do because you have people in your family like my god brother,
Yeah.
well, the young one when I was growing up, youngest brother, he was such a ham. I love you, Caleb, but you knew it. And so compared, I'm like, who's this little kid coming out trying to like take all the stage? But over the years, to just hear you sing and hear you do solos and do worship, I'm just like, wait a minute. I used to be like, okay, Christina's the singer, Cletus plays, and Caleb's the master of ceremony. Then it was like, oh,
Yeah.
Caleb plays, Cletus sings, okay, Cianna sings, and now you are like hitting the keys. I'm just like, what? Wait a minute, I've been sleeping.
Just a
Like,
little bit.
no, you do more than just a little bit. And so thank you for being on the show today because you're sort of doing double duty. I asked some of my friends to get on here with their costumes or Christmas attire to share what inspired them and what's their favorite Christmas movie. And then I asked people to send me pictures. And Cianna sent me some pictures. So we're going to critique and talk about some of those freezing moments or freezing the moments of Christmas in times past. But hold on, guys. She is going to sing for us before we look ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I figured you would choose that one. I believe that may have been a Christmas program we were doing at the church, Christian Tabernacle. And that's your mom standing behind us. My sister and I, we both have on the same red dresses. I think my grandmother may have bought those for us. She would always buy us dresses during the holidays. And over to the side, the young man there in the suit is my brother. And I believe we may have been up possibly holding up letters to welcome people to the program. I'm not sure. I was talking to my sister about this picture before the call. I was like, do you know what we were doing exactly? So she thinks that we might have been holding up signs to spell out welcome to the Christmas program. So that was, wow, a long time ago. I'm not even sure how old I was in that picture, but we were pretty young.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Now, how old were you when you had the unfortunate situation where you broke your was it your hip or your leg?
It was my leg fractured, and my mom may be on here somewhere in the comments to help me out with the age and everything, but I may have been about 2 years old. I'm not sure, but I was toddler age when that happened. So it was a pretty traumatic experience, but thank God I'm walking today without any issues. So yeah, I was young when that happened.
Your mom said 2 years old. So it was
Okay,
very
so it
short
was
in
two.
the African. What, like, and I know this is a side note, but this is a picture of you and this is a gang I knew of. This is Pastor Angels. My dad loves you guys to this day.
Yeah.
But you're flanking the end, and your sister, who's older than you, is in the middle, and she's a little bitty thing. And I always wondered, was the fact that you had that cast, that sort of like that you had, like it was almost like a full body cast. Do you think it was that procedure that actually ended up elongating your legs? Because I'm just like, how is it that you turned out, even as a young age, you were pretty tall?
So yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm that tall today, but taller than her, yes. That's always been the case. I really have no idea if that situation was the reason why. I may have stressed a little bit. I really don't know. But we've been like that for a long time. I mean, looking back at pictures of us when we were younger, around those ages 3 and 4, you can see where I'm like an inch taller than my sister, and it just stayed that way as we got older. Oh
Well,
yeah, I like those pictures.
Yes, my dad loves anytime you guys stop by. But that whole like, okay, we're saying hello, happy Christmas. Where's the keyboard? We're gonna sing. I mean, I imagine that you guys do have in the works some type of Reeves family singing album up your sleeve. But all y'all are so talented musically. And there's your family. See, I was like, okay, this is my Christmas costumes. And there's your lovely mother, who's a singer-songwriter, preacher, and an authoress. Miss Hughes, I need your booking information because I need to be on here promoting your book. All of them are so special. Oh, and where were you? An elf?
So we were supposed to wear ugly Christmas sweaters to church, but I wasn't having that. So I put a nice cute little bow on one of my sweaters and I went as that.
Wow, so Cianna. A little birdie told me that you even have a keyboard in front of you. I didn't even know you could play.
I played a little bit as a child. I did not play a lot in my adult years or college years. I kind of drifted to just doing more of the singing on the mic versus actually playing an instrument. But every now and then, I've always kept the keyboard with me, once I moved away from home. And so every now and then I may go back to it just to try to get a little tune together, nothing too serious, but just enough to get a concept of the song that I might be hearing in my head. So, yeah.
Wow. So, okay. Is this correct? Is this your first single?
This is my very first single, yes.
Okay. Now, I won't go too much into all my on-shot because I know the audience didn't come to just hear me talk about how great I think the song is. But this is your first single, and you released it during the Christmas holidays. Is it a Christmas song?
So really, it's not. The idea was not for it to be just a Christmas song. But I thought because we're approaching the holidays and families are looking forward to, being together, especially after having to wait or make sure that COVID precautions are set. I knew that this would be maybe a good time to release this because, so much has happened. We've all been through so much. COVID, people have lost members of their families, unfortunately. But if you are able to come together for this special holiday and see your family, please try to freeze the moment, to cherish everything that you do and just love one another. You just don't know what the future holds. And although we want to all still be together for every occasion going forward, it's not in our control. So really try to freeze those moments. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that because although it does fit so appropriately with the Christmas season, when I heard it, I told your Aunt Janet, this is gonna be in my wedding. Because I'm engaged. If you don't know, if you haven't heard me say it 100 times or post 100 pictures, I'm engaged. And I was like, oh no. I'm not saying it's what I want to walk in down the aisle. It will be played some kind of way. And maybe we'll be able to afford your fee and get you to sing it live. But I've never heard the lyrics freeze the moment. So even when I saw the title, I was like, in my mind, I was like, I wonder if it's going to be like upbeat freeze. I don't know. But I was like, I don't think outside of the Frozen song and the songs from that soundtrack, I was like, oh, I like this. And I won't give it away because I know you're going to perform a little bit live, and then I'm going to play your music as well at the end. So stay tuned, guys, to hear the recorded version. But before we get there, I know you said that you saw and thought about how life is so precious. And with the pandemic, people are like losing people left and right. I almost feel like people are traumatized right now because there's been so much death that people are not even pretty much permitted to mourn as long or as openly as in the past. And because of that, it almost feels like, I wonder, like after often the graveside funeral, of any funeral at all, because I've had so many people to pass who had nothing public or that you can go and have last words, that I'm like, wow, I know it doesn't mean that they never existed, but I never understood how blessed I am to mourn and to have had the opportunity when my brother died to have 2 funerals, 1 wake, and a burial service. Like, you think about the sadness of those moments, but I got to embrace people I hadn't seen in years. I got to look at his face, and often it is after all that's over that you have the harder moments. But I pulled on the stories that people told during the funeral. So when I think about like just the idea that if we could freeze moments, so many times, not to preach to the choir, people don't come home to see their family ever. It's like, I haven't seen my mother in 10 years. How is that possible? Your family is pretty close. Sometimes I'm like, I would swear y'all lived in the same city, because I'm like, how is Miss Michelle and Cianna in this, like, okay, did they all move to the same city? What is like one of your favorite memories of like a holiday freeze the moment or a gathering with your family?
There have been so many, but I will share this. The most recent happened in September, actually. So, and this was the reason the song kind of came about. My oldest brother Cletus, was coming in from Oklahoma to visit me. And, I just moved to Charlotte. I moved here in June. So I'm still trying to get my feet wet and explore. My brother told me, he said, I really want to come and visit you. When will be a good time? He says, it's good. I said, yeah, come on. So he happened to visit me around the time of his birthday. And so I secretly, reached out to my parents and my siblings to say, hey, can you all please come up here? I want to surprise him because he'll be here on his birthday. And I really want us to just give him a really good party before they head back to Oklahoma. And, for the first time in a long time, my parents and all of my siblings, we were missing just one, but we were all under the same roof celebrating my brother for his birthday. And it was kind of like a good 2-in-1, because I was also able to do a home dedication. My parents both prayed over my home. My siblings prayed over my home and blessed it. And we, as we always do, we sang songs and did prayer. And so it was such a beautiful moment. We took so many pictures. My brother was recording. We were all taking pictures and recording. My parents were in the kitchen cooking a big breakfast. And we just kept looking back through the pictures that we all posted in our group messenger. And I was like, wow, like that was such a good moment. I wish I could just freeze that specific moment in time and feel everything that I was feeling there, because there was so much love. Everybody was so happy to see each other, and we really had an awesome time. So that was probably one of the more recent best moments I've ever had, because we were all together and just having such a great time.
I'm trying to think, is that the picture in front of the house is that moment or no?
So I did not send those pictures. I had not got clearance from everybody just yet.
I understand, girl.
But I didn't see one of those pictures. Yeah.
No, only because that's like one of the biggest group family pictures I've seen. But you guys not only are such a close family, your love for each other is inspiring. And I don't know if your mom remembers, but I used to say more than once that she inspired me in wanting to be a mom, because I didn't want to be a mom for most of my life. But because I felt like children, they sort of get in the way of your dreams, or to do your dreams, then you got to stop and feed them. And I thought just observing your mom eyes would light up when you guys came in the room. And I know that's a common saying now that other people have noted, but I remember observing it, and it was even like if she's in rehearsal, if she's busy, it was just like, oh, my kids are here. And I was like, oh man, I want to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. I know my mother loved me, but she would even tell the truth. Like, there are moments that her eyes did not light up to see me. It's like, oh, that's right. We need to get you home and feed you after being in church all the time. But it did seem like you had a really good, or it seemed like you had a really good role model of how important it is to seize the moment. Your sister, are you putting up? Oh, that's your mom. I don't know what your mother's putting up. What is that link to? Tell us Tell us
She
what
may
that
be
is.
sharing, let's see, she may be sharing my video.
Okay.
YouTube, yeah, the YouTube link to the music.
Yes, yes, yes. And we are going to play that after we're finished with your interview. Is there anything else you want to share about the journey that you've taken, not only in this song, but deciding to put your baby out there for the world to hear and listen to?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, and this is the first of many to come. There will be more music. I did not think that I was going to release this particular single first because of the genre, but I'm not opposed to genre. I just love really good music, good clean music, and I was brought up in the church, so I'll stay in that nature of what I know. But I'm just so glad that I've done it. I think too often we have gifts that, as you spoke about earlier with Mr. Anthony, that we're sitting down on and we're not doing anything with it. And I was telling a friend the other day, I said, I just don't want to get to heaven and God look at me and say, did you not understand the assignment? Like, put the music out. So I'm doing it. I'm so excited that I finally got this out. I feel it's a huge accomplishment. I have no clue where it will go from here, but just to put something out and know that I did it, it just feels amazing. So I'm so glad that you have me on the show, and I'm very grateful for my family for just encouraging me to do so, because we've talked a lot about my mother. She was the main one who said release it now. So I'm so
Amen.
grateful. I'm so grateful for that push from her, and even from my siblings for always been encouraging, both my parents and my grandparents as well. So thank you.
Oh, yeah. Hands up, hands down for everything. I just think I'm just so proud of you. I mean, this has been a year or last 12 months of a lot of releases. Your brother released Champion, and he's done great with that, even winning an award. And you coming up, I'm like, look at Michael Jackson and Janet. But y'all are greater than the Jacksons. So you have that keyboard out for a reason. And I just wanted to say, as we end our time together, at least the live portion, that thank you so much for coming. Thank you for participating in the costume aspect. And it can seem so disjointed probably for some who are watching, but as we talk about even making a movie in support of something, say, like Anthony has written, like, great movies are broken down to great scenes. And great scenes, as a filmmaker myself, is broken down to great moments. Every movie, if you don't have a number of moments where you go, wow, ooh, then your movie is not a movie. At best, it's just sort of, some people would say, lame storytelling. And sometimes that happens, sometimes that does happen. But so you saying freeze the moment and then coming on, I'm just like, oh, freeze the moment, you guys. Take pictures with your family. You don't have to post them on Facebook to help keep that moment. And enough good moments pieced together will help you through the hard times. Because no matter what we try to do, hard times also come. It's a part of life. So I want to let you take it away. In fact, I'm going to do something that I rarely ever do. I'm going to get off the screen and let you take it away. And when you're done, then I'll come back to say bye and play your song. So, oh goodness, you got a shout out. Proud of you.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you for sharing your gift. Such a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Miss Cianna, take it away.
Thank you all so much for joining in on the Hope More Show. I'm so glad that I'm here to share a little bit with you. I do want to let you know that you can find my new single, Freeze the Moment, on all music streaming platforms, major platforms, including Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, and even Spotify. I'm just going to sing a little bit for you, but I hope that you go out there and you get that music and support. And thank you so much. And for this holiday season, Can we just freeze like this? Soak up the kiss and hug a little while longer. Stay right here and feel all the love and joy in this moment. Freeze like this. I don't want to miss a second of this. Can we just stay right here? Lord, please freeze the moment. Time don't take it. No, time don't take it. Just freeze the moment. Yeah. I don't want to leave you. I'll cherish the moment, whatever you want to do. I don't want to leave whenever I am with you. I'll cherish the moment, whatever you want to do. So can we just freeze like this? Soak up the kiss and hugs a little while longer. Stay right here and feel all the love and joy in this moment. Freeze like this. I don't want to miss a second of this. Can we just stay right here? Lord, please freeze the moment. Time don't take it now. Thank you and happy holidays to you and your family.
Thank you so much, Cianna. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to have us uneven here. The part that makes, besides freeze the moment, that makes me just smile because I'm like, oh, I've never heard it saying that way. Is when it says, "Time don't take it." It like literally the first time I heard it, I started welling up.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
Time don't take it. I was like, I can just push repeat right there. I know it's more of, a dual holiday love song, but it's like that real love. Anybody, I can sing that to anybody.
Yeah.
And I can sing that to someone on their deathbed, you
Yes.
know? And so it really does tear me up. Time don't take it. Well, you guys, I know you've enjoyed that. Whether you're watching live now or on replay, please hit us up. Tell us what you think of that song. Give Cianna some kudos so when she comes back and watches the replay, she sees it. And again, you can buy it wherever music is sold, correct? You can buy it wherever music is sold, and that's Spotify, iTunes, and I just need everybody to go. I want to see a direct increase of sales after this show. And we're going to do another replay. So you guys support Anthony Lamar White. We give him applause. Thank you for supporting Hope more. I really, really appreciate it. And so we are going to leave you, since we've already finished our little costumes, we're going to leave you with a wonderful rendition. And you guys, I'm sure there's a video forthcoming. You've got to do a video to this. Some great videographer, go ahead and say, yes, I want to do a video to this. Because it's just, when I say time don't, it actually makes me want to worship. So you can tell I'm such a church girl. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Love it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sing. You guys, most musicians can't sing live. They like, you get the part where they take everything out. But that was perfect. So, Cianna, if you can hold on for a second, I would love to tell you goodbye after I sign off. And so I'm going to say wave and goodbye. So you guys, I love you. Merry Christmas. Next week, we're going to have Hope her favorite things. Yes, I'm doing it after Christmas during Kwanzaa because I am often that New Year's gift person. I give my godchildren gifts at New Year's. Why? Because typically by Christmas, I have no energy to go shopping. So we're going to do Hope for favorite things next week. So be here 5:30, the last show of 2021. Love you so much, and I mean it. Remember, it's the Jesus for me. It's a Jesus for you in this Christmas season. And so as the song plays, I'm also going to put up, again, some just information to remind you of the show information, or excuse me, the show and websites and stuff involving some of our guests today. Do you have a website, Cianna, yet?
That's forthcoming.
Well, then tell people how they can follow you if you want it at all. Like, it's fine. We know that I'm just gonna have to have you back on the show because I know you have. Oh, thank you. I know you have an album 2, 3 in your belly. So that's fine. If you guys reach out, if any of the show people reach out to me on Hope More, I'll definitely give you information how you can contact her. And if you're nice enough, she may add you as a friend on Facebook. But do you have any other information you want to leave with them regarding contact?
Yeah, so just stay tuned. I will be posting updates with my journey. So the new single release, you can definitely contact me on the Facebook page. My name is Cianna Reaves. You can also find me on Instagram at Cianna Reaves. So if you are looking for updates and want to just keep in touch, follow me to make sure that you are up on the latest music that I'm going to be releasing to come. Just make sure that you reach out to me on those Facebook posts and also on Instagram. And thank you so much, Hope. I really appreciate this.
No, I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. I love the Reaves family. I mean, we are family. All right, sweetie. So we're about to play. I'm like pushing buttons and I want to make sure I get the right button. All right, you guys. Y'all ain't ready, but get ready. Freeze the moment. Oh, you did serve them?
Can we just freeze like this? Soak up the kiss and hugs a little.
Sorry.
Can we just freeze like this? Soak up the kiss and hugs a little while longer. Stay right here and feel all the love and joy in this moment. Freeze like this. I don't want to miss a second of this. Can we just stay right here? Lord, please freeze the moment. Time don't.
Watch Hope More with host Hope Demps on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show created to inspire, encourage, and motivate. Each week, we will provide a dose of entertainment, social commentary, and spiritual insight. This is your opportunity to gain a better understanding of current and important topics from a refreshing perspective, plus creative art, new foods, travel, event reviews, do-it-yourself projects, awesome guests, and so much more. Catch Hope More with host Hope Demps every week on the Daily Gospel Network.
So he doesn't like necessarily start right at 9, but I want to make sure we're in there. Nope, he doesn't have to give. He does not have to.